Hey, friends, welcome to Listen Up, Nerds, the always nerdy, sometimes podcast about Trailer Palooza. In a world where it's the time of year that Hollywood tempts us back to the movie theaters with trailers for their mega summertime blockbusters, a team of nerds have assembled to talk about them. My name is Jermaine Woods, aka JV, and I'm joined by one of the co founders of Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network, voice actor and director galore, Crystal Storm. What's up?
What up, what up, what up? Epic intro.
And I'm joined by one of the other co founders of Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network, sound designer. She made sure you motherfuckers knew she's a salty polygot. Hannah.
Grr, hiss, hello.
Yeah. And we're joined by a person that you can find often on the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. Voice actor and artist, doesn't do her justice. Fabulous voice actor and artist. Tara, what's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up?
And last but not least, he of the hottest takes and creator of the Murderverse audio dramas, Matthew Dawson. What's up, my man?
Hey, it's Trailer Palooza. I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk some great trailers, some maybe not great trailers. We're going to find out together. It's going to be fun.
We are going to see, I think, how many trailers do we have, guys?
5?
5?
I think 5.
So, yeah, 5, 6, we don't know. We're just here like you are. So, these are some of the biggest summer blockbusters that are coming out within the next few months. And we're going to start it off with maybe someone's favorite and someone's least favorite character. James Gunn's Superman. Roll the tape, guys.
You ready to roll it? Let's do it.
Let's
roll
do
it.
it. Superman.
Hang on, I need the sorry, we're learning. We're learning. Discord just
Superman.
Let's go, Superman.
Trailer Palooza. Oh, here it is. I see it.
Feel free to talk to us.
I'm just laughing. Just laughing. Oh,
Crypto. Home. Baby home.
That's a nice shot though. That's a nice shot though. That was a good shot.
This music is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. The soundtrack hits.
Superman.
Hi, Gardner, hot girl. Just saying. I'm just saying.
greatest
Crystal?
greatest of the night. I'll start with that.
Wow, I don't know about that.
Go ahead, Crystal.
No,
Come
no,
on.
listen. This is hands down. This is a good. Hi, Kim. This is a good trailer. Okay, I feel like it gives you like just enough of the movie. The music was absolutely banging. Right, those shots are pretty good. We love our cinematography up in here. He looks like Walmart Henry Cavill. That's all I'm saying. He looks like Walmart Henry Cavill. I don't understand why we couldn't have just had Henry Cavill play Superman again. And I don't understand why we need another Superman movie. It's like Batman. Y'all be doing too much. DC ain't got no other superheroes. It's like every time DC try to redo something again, it's like the same character. DC be like, let me try to make a suicide. Oh shit, it sucked. Well, we'll just go back and make another Batman movie, or we'll just go back and make another Superman movie, and we'll just try it again. Like, y'all ain't got no other superheroes. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
My
To
God.
be fair, though, we haven't
JV,
gotten this right. We haven't gotten this right since Christopher Reeve.
That is
which
true.
Is why there's been components that have been right. Like Brandon Routh looked the part. He had the earnestness. Henry Cavill looked the part, but Zack Snyder was like, I don't give a fuck about DC Comics. So
That is true.
whatever.
Yeah.
James Gunn seems to, I think, just with the music alone, which has changed slightly, but is part of the original score, right? I think we're seeing a little bit more of like what James Gunn wants to do, a little bit more of the hope is what I'm thinking.
That kid with the flag crying for Superman. I mean, come on. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Zack Snyder could never. And on the
Zack
subject
Snyder
of
could
just
never.
keep Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is great casting for Superman. I love him like as Superman. He was just given dog shit scripts over and over and over again. And so to get a quote, what was it, a Walmart Superman?
Walmart Henry
Or
Cavill.
Walmart Henry Cavill?
Walmart Henry Cavill.
I'm fine with it because I think Henry Cavill's Superman is too far gone at this point for me. Of like, even though, yeah, it is good casting, it's just like, I don't think you could bring it to this like colorful, hopeful narrative anymore because we've already gotten the Martha scene. It's over for Henry Cavill. So I love this trailer. I think it's so good, and I'm so excited for the new DCU. And I mean, I think a DCU. I mean, the fact that this James Gunn DCU, it frustrates me a bit because he doesn't seem to care about continuity. He wants to keep aspects of the old DC universe that we are dealing with, like Peacemaker, that's canon. The his James Gunn Suicide Squad movie, he says parts of it are canon. We don't know about Blue Beetle yet. That might be. There's a TV show coming out of Blue Beetle that seems to be in the DCU, and they say
The actor,
it might be canon.
the actor Zolo is being kept. He
is being kept, and they're saying it's like basically parts of Blue Beetle are canon to this. And James Gunn's basically said he doesn't care about canon, which to a deep nerd, I do. I care about continuity. Like if we're just saying what does and doesn't count, just tell me. Just tell me what does and doesn't count. That's my only frustration with this DC universe so far. But I think the fact that we are starting with Superman is great. And the fact that we know later on we're getting those lesser known heroes of Booster Gold is getting a TV show. We're getting another shot at Green Lantern coming up. Supergirl is getting a movie. I think that might be one of the most hyped ones I am because the comic it's based on is fantastic. And we're getting Jason Momoa as Lobo, baby. We're back. And I think this is a great trail. You know, I'm gonna kill for that dog. I would kill for Crypto. Dead.
Hannah Tara, is Crypto enough to sway you, to get you into the theater? Cute little super dog Crypto.
You go first, Tara.
Oh, okay. So I mean, crypto's there. That's a thing. Um,
Very cute.
I
He's
want to
cute.
say that just the trailer itself, I when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god." This trailer has the sparkle of, I think, not like golden age Hollywood from like the 50s or whatever, but the when the superhero films started to get a bit popular, like not when they just kind of blew in your face or whatever, but
Hmm.
when they started
Right.
to get their traction, this has the sparkle of that kind of film where it's like, wow, like I actually want to see this film. It made me feel good inside. I don't know what it is. It's probably the score. It's probably everything. The score is amazing. Whoever edited this, and people don't realize that being an editor for a trailer is a very specific thing. Like it's a very
Yes.
particular talent. And so whoever edited this together, please give them their props. I mean, just the syncing and the composer, whoever did the arrangement for what we're hearing in the musical piece, just lovely. Like it wonderful, wonderful work. But yeah, the feel good. As far as crypto, I when I first started, I was like, "What is he doing?" Because I saw and I knew he was whistling. I was like, "Who was? What is he? Is he trying to create an avalanche or whatever?" And then the dog, I was like, "Oh, it's crypto," So I really don't care. I know people are probably going to be like, "Oh my god, you hate." I don't hate crypto. It's just crypto's not necessarily a big thing for me because I never read the Superman comics, so I don't know how big crypto is in the comics or whatever, and what the relationship. I mean, clearly, crypto can pull Superman home, so he's he's
Right.
got some stuff going on, right? But but yeah, I think it's refreshing to see like this is so much of a change from the other Superman films that I've seen that to me, to Crystal's point, there are a lot of superheroes. It's just like, okay, we've had 50 of these films now. Can we do somebody else?
Right.
But this is different enough to where it's like it feels very, very fresh to me. It does not it's still going to rehash the same story, I'm sure, but it feels very new. And it could just be the trailer. I mean, it could be the same thing. But yeah, yeah, I think it's a very well done trailer, and it actually made me think I want to go to the theaters, and that's what you want in a trailer. So that they did their job, at
Yeah.
least with me. So
Hannah, what
Agreed.
say you?
Normally, I am also in the Superman hate train, but not quite this time. And like the reason for it is, have y'all seen Smallville back in the day?
yes.
Oh yeah, loved it.
It see, I'm mad because the trailer has that whimsy that I miss about Smallville that I feel like a
Mm.
lot of superhero movies are missing. It's just that gentle whimsy. And it does, and when I look at the cast and how it's filmed, it reminds me a lot like Smallville, and that's like big nostalgia, so it's like tugging on those strings for
Hmm.
me.
Right.
Yeah,
It
so that's
it has
that's
that feel a lot.
yeah, so I'm very tentatively like I'll give it a chance again, especially because it has Hot Girl in it, and that's my childhood crush right there. Like hardcore. But again, I'm very tentatively excited because the last time I got excited for anything DC related was in 2016 for Suicide Squad, and that burned my booty
Oof.
hole. So I'm a little
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
I was
tough.
very upset about Suicide Squad, so I'm looking at you like I don't hate you, but I don't trust you yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
But you have things that I like, so we'll see.
All right. Well, we'll see about
I
Superman.
was I was swayed
I'm
to
gonna
not
do
hate.
my best. I'm gonna do my best to get Crystal and Anna to come see this with me. So
JV, I will go to the
because-
movies with you. If you, I will go see this in the movies with you. Even if I spend the whole
You guys
time
heard
hate
it here.
watching, I'll go. I will go see.
You guys heard it here. We're going
Yeah,
to see Superman.
we're doing it.
All right. Well, we got another classic set of heroes. Me and Matthew had a little bit of a discussion about these trailers. So we're gonna see how we feel after he rewatches it, and
Yeah.
he's wrong.
Okay.
It's Fantastic
Okay.
Four. It's the Fantastic Four.
And I had to play the trailer Palooza, and I just realized like what Tara did to it, and it's like so amazing.
Oh man, I didn't even hear the
I know
edited
you
version.
can't hear it. I know. I gotta play it again just for the audience.
Trailer Palooza.
I love you did that so fast, Tara. That's so good. All right, y'all ready for this next trailer? Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Ready?
You mortals do not understand the magnitude of what approaches.
Oh, this is not the trailer.
Before everything changed.
We're not supposed to be watching Fantastic Four.
Teaser?
This is like a.
Before we went
yeah,
up the
this is
first
edited.
time, you couldn't.
Oh, this is
Oh yeah.
oh, we got the wrong
It's
trailer.
like a fan. Yeah, it's
Wrong
like a fanboy
trailer.
thing.
Wrong trailer. Oops. Hang on. Hang on.
Just look up Fantastic Four in the search.
We're
Oh, wait.
doing this live.
Mm,
okay?
yeah,
Oh,
just-
that's
that's it,
probably
we're just gonna go-
25 million views.
Yeah, for Marvel. Here we go. This is it. I got it.
We're
Hang
here,
on.
we're
We
here.
here. We're back. Hang on.
We're here.
Okay.
I saw AI Pedro Pascal and got scared.
That was terrible.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Ratio changing.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
I want the robot.
Okay.
I want the robot.
Okay, is this guy
Comic
good or
accurate
what?
thing.
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
He's got the
Ben
coolest
has
ability.
always been a rock. Johnny
really
is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
An actual Galactus that's not a cloud. Amazing.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay.
Open to anybody, guys. What do you think about Fantastic Four First Steps?
I'll let someone else go first.
I'm gonna be like so real right now. I don't know anything about Fantastic Four, because so to me this is just a trailer.
Fair. That is fair.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
it
though.
looks cute. It looks cute as fuck. I like the lighting. I like how it's giving almost Fallout 4 vibes. But I can't. I don't know any of them. So it
Yeah,
just
no-
looks cute.
So, what does it like? It if you were to just see this on TV, the trailer, like, would you say, "Huh, that looks interesting. I might want to go see that." Like, does that happen for you, or you're just like, "Oh, whatever."
If it would be one of those movies where if we still had cable, if it came on randomly on a channel, I'd watch it.
The remote test, I call that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Does it pass the remote test? Yeah.
See, this one is hard, and it's interesting to me because I'm Team Daddy Pedro Pascal. Like Pedro Pascal's in it, I'm gonna go see it.
Oh, yeah,
like that's just
Absolutely.
yeah. I love the
Daddy
casting.
Pedro.
Yeah, Daddy Pedro's it. I don't know the name of the actress, but I know that every time she's in something, I just fucking love her. Also, she's hot.
Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah, she's fucking hot too. So like, I'm like just him and her, like Pedro Pascal and her together. I'm like, I'm seated. That's fine. But it's. I don't know how this is going to hit for people who aren't Fantastic Four fans. Because a couple of like I'm not. I don't know shit. I'm like with Hannah. I don't know shit. Like I watched all the movies that came out before this, so that's kind of all I know about Fantastic Four. I don't know how important they are in comics. I think they are, and you guys can speak to that. When I saw that thing at the end, I know you guys said it was Galactus, and I think a part of my brain knew, but it also reminded me of Eternals. So I don't know if your average audience,
you're not too far off.
right? I don't know if your average audience is just going to think that the thing that died in Eternals is now about to fight the Fantastic
You're
Four.
actually, like, right in the wheelhouse.
Okay,
Right, Matthew? Right,
Yeah, I mean,
right in the wheelhouse.
Galactus is like, you look at the Celestials are what were in the Eternals. He's like
Right.
their cousin.
Okay.
basically.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cute. It's kind of whimsy. It's like low-key. I think Pedro is going to pull in a lot of the audience, especially people who just don't know shit about Fantastic Four. It should be real. They're going to go see it because Daddy Pedro's in it, right? And I know it wasn't... I know that Fantastic Four has, like, different beats than, like, some of the other superheroes, but it didn't, like, give me, like, a... Shit, Marvel's back. I got to go see this. I didn't feel that. I did not feel that from it. But I'm going to go check it out just because, like, I'm curious now. And, of course, like, you know. Like I said.
Just out of curiosity, did Deadpool and Wolverine make you feel that way? Of like,
No.
oh shit, Marvel's back?
No.
No?
Not at all.
It was
No.
just really fun to watch.
It was just really fun.
It
Like
was-
you went to, I mean, I almost forget that Deadpool is a part of Marvel sometimes. So like I feel like you go to see Deadpool because it's Deadpool, not because it's Marvel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
This trailer has grown on me since I first talked about it with you guys. I just think this movie is so miscast. I
Really?
used to be a defender of this cast until I saw the trailer. Now I really don't like any of them. I think every single person is miscast here. I think
Really?
I think Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch is the worst of it because simply he's not hot enough. Johnny Storm is supposed to be the hottest guy. That is like his thing. And you look at the people that have played him in the past. You got Michael B. Jordan and Chris Evans. And now you got this guy. He's not hot enough. He's not hot enough. Pedro Pascal, he just doesn't give me Reed Richards vibes in this. Vanessa
Can I
Kirby,
ask you, does he
Yeah.
not give you Reed Richards vibes because he has a mustache?
that is kind of part of it, but like, I don't know. Reed Richards to me is kind of the ignorant dork.
He's a dick.
And he's a dick, yes. And Pedro Pascal, like, he doesn't play dicks, you know? He's Pedro Pascal. He's a funny
he
guy you
hasn't
like.
played a dick yet, but
Yet.
I
He's
mean,
kind of a dick in The Last of Us. He's kind
like,
of a dick.
yeah, that is kind of true though. Yeah, he is kind of a dick in The Last of Us. Yeah, he kind of is. He kind of is. Who was his character in Game of Thrones? Like, I barely remember. Was that guy a dick?
No, he was just swag.
Okay, just swag.
Like on
got
a
it.
million.
Okay, got it.
And The Thing, The Thing, I'm so torn on it because I like the design, and I know the movie's not out yet, and they have time to fix it. But I think in motion, it looks bad. I think it moves badly. Like, I don't even know how to explain it really. It just doesn't look right. It's uncanny to me.
It's just,
And I think the
vibes
voice,
are off.
the fact that he just has a normal guy voice. I love the Thing to have like I'm a rock guy. Like, he's got like his internals are rocks. His throat should sound like it's grinding against each other as he's talking. And he should have like a thick New York accent because that's him. He's a New York boy. So the fact that he's just kind of like a casual guy talking, yeah, we gotta add some zip to the sauce. Like, that's not the Thing to me. So, no, this trailer has grown on me. I want to say this like this looks like the most Marvel has tried in a while. Like just
Mhm.
the cinematography of it all, the color grading of it all, like it looks like it's gonna look good. And I think this and Superman both have that sort of hopeful, whimsical vibe that we are talking about. It doesn't feel corporate, you know? I think Deadpool and Wolverine to me felt very corporate. It felt like a lot of it was just like, how many actors can we pay to get in front of this green screen and we'll figure
Right.
out how it's going to look later. These shots in this trailer look like they were planned, storyboarded, thought out, and like designed, you know? So, I don't know, I think this trailer is better than when I first saw it, but I'm still not fully on board. Superman gang, rise up, way better than this trailer, by a country mile.
Yeah, I do think the Superman trailer is better. I do. I think it's like it struck the exact right tone. Um, I I think what I like most about this trailer is one, you get a sense that they're family. So for you nerds that don't know, Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family. So they are gigantic. They are pretty much essential to telling a lot of the stories Marvel wants to tell on film. Uh I I mean it's Pedro. Like I'm down with whatever he does. Vanessa Kirby's great. I do have questions about Joseph Quinn. I do like Joseph Quinn as an actor. I think his American accent is passable, as seen on Stranger Things, as Eddie Munson, which came out like 5 years ago, and now Stranger Things kids probably have grandkids. That's a whole other thing that we're probably going to talk about on this sometimes podcast. Um, I really do like Eben Moss Bacharach. If you've watched The Bear, which is a great show, he's on that show, and I think he has the right temperament. If you ever watch The Bear and you watch his character, and his character is kind of like the Thing. So I think that's what they were going for. But also Natasha Lyonne is in this. I don't know what she's doing, but she's Natasha Lyonne, so I'm in.
Is she the
Julia
one playing
Garner.
Silver Surfer?
No, Julia Garner
Oh, she
is
is?
playing Silver Surfer from Ozark. She's playing Shia LaBeouf. That version of the Silver Surfer. Ralph Ineson is Galactus.
That's a
I
casting
I'm
I'm excited for.
Yeah, just the voice alone is
He
great.
plays the doctor in Nosferatu, and like when I was watching that
Yeah.
movie, I like clicked for me like halfway through. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be Galactus. This is
That's
awesome.
Galactus's voice.
Like,
Paul Walter Hauser is in this. John Malkovich is in this. It has a great cast, but it I think this is the movie, not Captain America, which we're going to probably talk about sometime next week, um, and not Thunderbolts. I think this is the movie that, like, if this doesn't hit, I think whatever happens after this movie, even though they're already filming the next Avengers movies, I think if this doesn't hit, they got a problem. If this does not hit, then I think we're just kind of over it. I think Marvel has had some passable things.
yeah.
And I've given them a lot of grace, because how do you film things in the pandemic? Like, all these movies that came out were in the pandemic. The Marvels, which I think people were way too hard on, um, love that cast, but was filmed in the pandemic. Could not they couldn't promote it. This was kind of the thing, between the pandemic and the strike. So we shall see. But I like this trailer, and right now, since it's the second trailer, I rank it second.
Oh, we're ranking them? Second. Also second.
Tara, do you have more thoughts about this trailer?
Yeah, I agree with JV in that comparing it to the Superman trailer, doesn't it doesn't hit me the exact same. But I will still say that because the lighting, you all have mentioned the lighting, it's brighter, it's more colorful. Um, that feels nice because it feels different. It feels like a lot of the superhero things have been for for the most part like what's the one, Miss Marvel. Hers is very colorful. Her show is very colorful.
Yeah.
And even the Marvels and um Captain Marvel, very colorful, films and um TV shows. But I think the things that I've watched, a lot of them have tried to be like gritty and whatever, which is fine. I think it's nice to take things in that direction, but I think everything doesn't have to look like that. Everything doesn't have to look like that. Everything doesn't have to feel that
It's
way.
it's
Yeah.
nice when they remember that they're comic book movies.
Yeah. It's like,
That there's like a way to still do that and still be like cool, but also
yeah.
like you're a comic book. You should be a little bright if you're not Batman, or some hero like that or villain where that's like essential to what they do. Like
Mhm.
we fell in love with these characters being like bright colored running around in underwear.
Right. Right. And even like the lens work, it just seems softer. Thing looking at it, it feels like it has smooth edges. Um
Mhm.
and to Hannah's point, I think it's tied into like that like 1950s retro type of vibe that they, because well, that's when what was the year that they started?
The 60s.
The 60s. Yeah,
I
so
want to say
50s,
64. I could be
60s.
wrong. I'll Google.
Yeah, so 50s, 60s, you've got to, and that's a year when a lot of, like, think of the car manufacturers, when you knew all you had to do was just look at the shape of the car. You know exactly what it was. So
61.
things were
Right.
very, very distinct. As far as like the lines and just, uh, I don't know how to describe it, but for people that don't know, just go look at like 1960s films and TV shows from the US, and you'll be able to see what I mean as far as like the lines and the curves and everything in there. So I think they captured that really well. Um yeah, and the thing, ah, I understand why they do, CGI. I don't know. I feel torn about that. And then also, the voice. It was shocking. I was like, "Oh, wait, he's talking."
It's so
he's, he's that's him. That's the thing
It's
talking.
definitely different than it was when Michael Chiklis was playing it for sure.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. So yeah, so whenever I see the film, uh I'll just let the film speak for itself, and then I'll be able to make a better assessment of it. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like it's piqued my interest enough to where I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'd sit down and I watch that." So they did a good job with the trailer.
Nice.
Do you think that this has a higher, I guess, bigger weight put on it than Captain America?
Oh, way
Oh yeah.
bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I
Captain
think
America and Thunderbolts both have like kind of low stakes. Like
right.
if both of those bombed, I don't think that Marvel would hurt.
Interesting.
Yeah,
If
I think
Fantastic
those
Four bombed, to JV's point earlier, I think people would take a step back and be like, "Ooh, that yeah."
yeah, because
Like
I think Captain America and Thunderbolts is really just establishing those characters.
Mm.
And we'll go a little bit more in depth in this when we talk about Captain America. Obviously, neither Matthew or I has seen it. Delvin Cox, who is also a member of this podcast, is actually at the movies right now seeing it. So we're hoping to be able to talk about it either this weekend or sometime next week, or maybe the week after, because this is a sometimes podcast. But I don't necessarily think the stakes are super high. Um, I think they're pretty high with this. Like, I don't think the stakes were that high with Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine exist to get Deadpool and Wolverine into the MCU. Fantastic Four is in Marvel's eyes, and we'll see how it does in the public. Fantastic Four in Marvel's eyes is Spider-Man, X-Men level. This is one of their most important groups, some of their most important characters. So we shall see. We shall see. And before we move on to the next trailer, I just want to say, Crystal, I know that you loved WandaVision, and the director of WandaVision is directing this movie, Matt Shackman.
Okay.
I was also going to bring that up before we
That's
moved
fantastic.
on.
I think we
Sarah
should
reminded
go to Thunderbolts next, actually, so we stay in Marvel Land, and
Yeah.
then we can leave it.
Yeah,
but
we can do Thunderbolts.
just
then.
my other thought that I had real quick is I feel kind of bad for Marvel because it's hard for me to be hype about these movies, and it's not even because of like superhero fatigue for me, because I love superheroes. I love that shit. I'll go see that shit anytime. But I was just thinking to myself that the last Marvel thing that I watched that I just love so much was Agatha. I fucking love the shit out of that. And none of these are like giving me that like, woo, I gotta, I'm going to see I'll go see this, for Pedro, we'll talk about Thunderbolts. I'm going to Thunderbolts because I fucking love Yelena. She's fucking hilarious, but it's not like so in love with these characters, I gotta see it. So I hope everything does well for them. I do. I hope. Fingers crossed.
At the end of the day, we all just want good movies.
Yes. And no homework, Marvel. No homework.
Not to say anything about Captain America, but I heard that's a big
But-
problem in that movie, is homework.
Yeah. Trailer Palooza.
But
We'll talk about it.
that
We'll
in the
talk
Captain
about it.
America episode.
All right. Let's go to Thunderbolts. Let's go Thunderbolts. Let's do it.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming.
It's crazy that Val looks like Tulsi Gabbard.
The American people safe.
There's some big threat out there. And you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So none of us comply? So what, do we all just punch and shoot? I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together. Everyone here
I'm
has
with you,
done
Chris.
bad
I love Yelena.
This is my jam too. They playing my music.
Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
Look, he is so unserious.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
God, thank you.
This has makings of team that can raise to glory. Bring light from the darkness. This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box. With a little giddy toy.
Alexei, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
Favorite trailer.
Yep.
My favorite.
Yeah, is it crazy that I like that one the most?
Dude. You know what? I take back everything
with
I
you
said.
guys.
I am fucking so hyped for this movie. Nothing will have me seated more than anti-heroes. I'll snort that shit. Like, come on.
Right off the bat, I have a question. Was Bucky wearing a Congress pin?
He
at the
Yes.
he's a
beginning
member of
shot?
Congress now.
How
Yes.
the
He is a member
fuck
of
did
Congress.
that happen?
Yeah, that
We
is
don't-
a great
So
question.
we don't know. That didn't happen in any of the TV shows. We know time has passed, but he is a congressman or a senator or something like that.
Yep.
So
I don't
Other
know.
than that, this looks great.
I don't know who these characters are besides Yelena. All I want to know is where the fuck is Rachel Wise. But other than that, I'm seated. I can't wait. I hope this is a sleeper. I hope that people sleep on this, and then this is like everybody's like, I need more Thunderbolts. I want so bad for that to happen.
Yeah.
what I think I can confirm is that Rachel Weisz is in this. She's not a part of the team,
Okay.
but she will be in the movie. She's on the listed cast. So
Say less. Now I'm really
yeah.
seated.
I think this one has the potential to be it reminds me of when Guardians came out and people were like, who are the Guardians of the Galaxy, including myself. I kind of like I think I knew Rocket Raccoon just because things, but I had no idea who the Guardians of the Galaxy were, and that was such a cool surprise. And I think this trailer like has the vibes. It has Florence Pugh, who is one of my guys. My guys are the people. Anytime they drop a movie, I will go see it. I do have some problematic guys. Like, Tom Cruise is my guy. If he drops a movie, I'll go see it.
It's
Mission
fair.
Impossible. I'm sorry.
I'm going to see. JV, can we go see the new Mission Impossible together? I need a friend to go see it.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Because Lisa will not go with me.
I'll
Lisa
go.
will not go.
Yeah! Me and JV
There
are
you
going to
go.
the movies.
But yeah, I'm super hyped for this. This is like a fun trailer. It looks like a fun movie. And like
Yes.
Matthew said, I think the biggest thing is we want good movies, and for comic book movies, they are inherently, because of what they are, B movies. And I think what's happened is because we've gotten The Dark Knight, and because we've gotten Black Panther, and because we've gotten a few really like incredible comic book movies that are
Raise
just
the bar.
prestige.
Yeah.
It raised the bar so high that we sort of forget, like, oh, not all these characters actually need to be that. What they have to be is entertaining and fun. And it just looks fucking entertaining and fun.
Really does.
Yeah.
Really does.
I agree. This is a movie I was kind of like throughout its production, I was kind of clowning on it because it just seemed like a weird choice to do Thunderbolts in this way. It's very different from the Thunderbolts I know reading comic
Very
books
different.
like a nerd. And the production seemed troubled too because I mean eventually Steven Yeun was attached to play Sentry and it seems like he has been replaced. And I don't know why or how that all went down, but I'm
He
a number
was
one.
replaced because he had they started filming late and he had a conflict. So he was already promised to another project. So they had to
Yeah.
let him go. He did not want to go. They did not want to let him go, but timing.
Don't replace Steven Yeun. If that's what I'm saying. That bad
I agree.
choice.
Mhm.
I agree.
Push everything back for him. That's my boy. So yeah, I don't know, but like seeing this trailer, it looks good. It looks good. I'm like really hyped for this now. This might be, I mean, yeah, Crystal was saying it might be sleeper hit of the year. Might actually be the best superhero movie of the year. I don't know. 2025 is going to be a good year for superhero movies, and this one might be my most hyped now.
I love that for us.
For sure.
Tara, what you
Right there
think?
with you.
That's what I said the last time. To be honest, I don't know. I'm not necessarily excited. Like I didn't it just didn't grab me. I mean, I think it's nice to see other characters, but I don't know the reason why. It's just like, okay, I don't know. I
I
don't know.
feel
But
that.
yeah, and I mean, it's not anything against like, any of the actors or anything like that, or the film itself. It's just I just am not necessarily excited. But that doesn't mean that I will not go see it because
Tara,
yeah,
can I ask you a question
sure.
as a nerd? Because you are a big nerd, but you're not necessarily a big MCU nerd.
Mhm.
As a person who hasn't seen like every MCU project, it is part of this like who the hell are these people and how did they come to be? Because do you have like a frame of reference for anybody in the trailer really outside of the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I watched Black Widow.
Okay.
I watched a lot of the Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the Marvel projects. I haven't seen all of them as far as I can remember, but yeah. So yeah, so it's not about who they, like who are these people or whatever, because I'm always excited to see. I like new, and I like exploring different types of stories, especially with Marvel because it is a comic book universe. They have so many people to choose from to tell these
Yeah.
stories. And from what I remember, I think they were saying like even Thor wasn't even a real big character when they first start like, yeah, let's do Thor. He wasn't
No.
the biggest one. And I don't even think Captain America really or Iron Man, as far
They
as
kind
I
of
know.
started with their C-list characters, B-list or
Yeah.
C-list characters, really.
Yeah, so it's like, I didn't care. I was just excited, like, oh, superheroes, pow pow, punch punch, that kind of thing. So I don't know. Um, it could be that this the way the trailer is set up, it feels very similar to other Marvel um films.
Yeah.
And I know that there was a period of time where I was really tired of Marvel projects in general because it just felt like so much for me. So I was getting overstimulated. Um
Right.
so it might have been maybe that's what's coming up subconsciously. Um but but yeah, Yelena's hilarious. I really did enjoy her I really did enjoy
Yeah.
her character. So it's just the trailer itself is just I'm just like, it's a trailer. Um and that's it. So I'll probably still see the film. It's just I don't know. It's just something about the trailer that didn't connect with me necessarily. So
Fair enough.
that's kind of unfair because
No, it's okay. It's all right.
so as far it's very different than the other two. So actually it's not
Mhm.
in my opinion it's not really you can't really compare it to the other two trailers
Got
that
you.
we've seen because it's not oh hopeful and it's not sparkly or anything like that. It is an ensemble film, so
Mhm.
you can in a way compare it to the Fantastic Four, but even still it's not the same because they're not friends.
Mhm.
These people
Right.
don't care about each other, whereas the Fantastic Four, they are a family unit. They are
Right.
extremely close. So and then also just the looks of the trailers are very different. Fantastic Four is very sunny and bright, and then Thunderbolts asterisk is it's kind of like New York alley on a rainy day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sometimes the sun
Mhm.
reaches it. So
Mhm.
so so yeah, but no, it's really cool though to see um people on the screen that a lot of people probably don't know. A lot of they're like, who the hell?
Mhm. Mhm.
Who's this? Why does this guy have a Russian accent? Like, what is happening? Who is this person?
Right.
Who's that person? So I think it's cool though. I really appreciate them taking chances on new characters and just branching out because Yeah, we've had a lot of the same for a really long time. For a really long time. So it's nice to
100%.
just try something.
Yeah.
Just try and do it and stick with it. Stick with it. And then let's see where it goes. So
It's fantastic. I like that.
Trailer Palooza.
I'm having so much fun playing that jingle. I'm having so much fun. All right. Final Destination. Shit, y'all ready?
Bloodlines.
You want to
let's
go Jurassic Park or Final Destination first? Because Jurassic Park kind of fits in like the blockbuster.
You want to do
Will.
you want to do Jurassic Park? You got till 8:15, right, JV?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Let's do Jurassic Park.
All right, cool. All right, we gonna go. Let's do this, y'all.
Have a girl.
Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora Bennett, our mission specialist.
Sorry, what mission? This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives. It comes from the largest dinosaurs on the planet.
Oh my God. Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place. Can you be ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less?
I love him. I just love him.
He's your guy?
We're the best at moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
Move up towards Barbados, avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore.
Why's that?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
We need DNA from the 3 biggest dinosaurs.
Do we have to get a sample from an egg?
I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
Maybe we should make it quick.
These dinosaurs were too dangerous for the original park.
Please don't say they're raptors. They're raptors.
The worst of the worst were left here.
Come on! Duncan!
Yo, was that a tickle chicken?
A tickle chicken?
We put ourselves in a place we don't
You don't play ARK. I'll explain later.
Survival is a long shot.
What the hell are those?
They're helping the most.
It's a water puppy.
Defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
If that sexy
Where
gay
the
man,
hell
if the sexy
was
gay
Chris
man
Pratt?
does not do the Jeff Goldman pose, it's a flop.
You want him to be like, do the one where he's like laying.
And when
with his
he's
shirt
laying
open,
with his shirt open, right? Just like, I need him.
You could see part of the chesticles.
Yes, absolutely. If the sexy gay man doesn't do that, opportunity has been wasted.
I don't think Bridgerton's is gonna do it.
I'm sad.
I
I'm
really
sad.
don't.
I'm sad Mr. Bridgerton is not going to do that. I think Pixel
Maybe
should
one
go
of the
first
dinosaurs will do it?
because she's the biggest Jurassic Park fan here, guaranteed.
I fucking I wanted something not this. Because I hated Jurassic World with a fiery passion. All of them.
Same.
And here they are doing the same fucking shit again. Like, okay, maybe I hold Jurassic Park, the original one, to too high a standard, but I am just a nerd who loves lighting, I love artistry, I love puppeteering, I love making shit look like it belongs in its environment. So I'm just gonna start with the dinosaurs. I hate how they look in this film and in Jurassic World, because they do not look like they belong. They look foreign. They look like a toy on top of grass. They look too smooth or too doll-like. The only frame I really liked was the T-Rex in the water because you can't tell if it looked doll alike or not. Because
Right.
they just look too smooth. They look, it's not to use this as forever the phrase, but they look too CGI. And I don't know what it is about dinosaur movies where you feel like you have to do so much. You're doing so much extra shit here when you don't need to. Go back to what made it so fucking cool and not this shit. Like, why does it have to be so dramatic action when you could just have a fucking small group of people be like, what this? Because that's basically what Jurassic Park was. I love that film so much, and it makes me so frustrated that no one else can see what made it so goddamn great. And at this point, I'm like, why bother anymore? Just it was already done to such an excellence that like, just don't bother anymore if you're not going to do it right.
Real quick question. Do you remember that movie we watched with Adam Driver when there were dinosaurs? Did you like the
65.
way, did you like the way those dinosaurs looked?
They looked better. They
Yeah.
looked a hell of a lot better than these guys.
Yeah.
That is what just happened is one of my favorite things in the world is when Hannah, aka Pixel, is just like she's on fire about something.
You know, I'm also sick of this. Here's this dinosaur, but we made it even worse. Here's this mutated one that like was too dangerous for the parks. No, I am sick of this shit. The dinosaurs that we had in the Cretaceous period were literally horrifying enough. Holy shit. Sorry.
No.
That's hilarious.
Never
Hannah just gave my
apologize.
opinion.
Never.
Hannah just gave my whole opinion. I have nothing else to say.
That is funny. Yeah, because Jurassic Park was a horror film, and I think what I've noticed, I haven't seen all the newer Jurassic Park films, but what I've noticed from the newer ones that I have seen is they, at some point, they changed Jurassic Park from a horror film to an action film. And so that's why you have all of this influx of, oh, look at all these dinosaurs and da 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 da. Whereas in the original film, the big scary one was the T-Rex, but you did not see the T-Rex in every single scene. The first instance that you are introduced to the T-Rex is when that goat is going down into the
Yes.
cage to feed. So you
Yes.
don't even see the T-Rex. All you just see is there's a goat and then there's bones. That's all you get.
Beautiful.
And you
And
don't
the rumble.
need in the rumble and you don't need, a whole bunch of other things because the human imagination can do a lot of shit to you anyway. You don't need a whole bunch of extra stuff.
It's
So
Jaws. It's Jaws, but it's dinosaurs because it's
yeah.
Steven Spielberg,
Yeah.
and
So
he gets it.
yeah, so I think that's what it is because too it's like, I'm seeing these dinosaurs everywhere. Like I don't have the same sense of like trepidation, like, oh, don't go around that corner. Oh, don't do this. Like I don't feel that urge to warn the character to do a thing because I know they're going to do it and there's going to be some, like fancy shot or something to make it look cool or whatever where I want you to scare me. I want you to make me feel scared. Like I might see a dinosaur tomorrow when I go to the grocery store or something. Like I want to feel that. Um, and
That's a
I have some other
fantastic
thoughts.
point. That's such a fantastic point that you touched on, Tara, that I completely forgot about. With like characters doing XYZ and you don't want them to, even though they will. All the characters in Jurassic Park were trying to avoid a bad situation the entire time, but they're in a park full of predators and they hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think it's time for my hot take of the night.
You loved this trailer, didn't you?
Jurassic Park the original is my 4th favorite movie of all time. And Pixel, you said something wrong. You said that you put it on too high of a pedestal. There is no pedestal high enough for that original film.
Mhm.
My hot take, though, I think this trailer is pretty good. I'm pretty excited for this movie. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not expecting it to be even close to what the original is, but after those first 3 Jurassic Worlds, I think this is a very good like a very what do you say? A step in the right direction. Damn.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Step in the right direction for this franchise. I mean, we're looking okay, first of all, I'm even Jurassic Park 3 defender. I love the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is back. I'm happy. And they're accurate now. I like that we're changing so that the Spinosaurus is more of a crocodile-y water boy and not just another T-Rex. So that's
You love
just
a
my
crocodile
Spinosaurus.
water boy.
He's a crocodile-y water boy.
Did you know that in reality, a T-Rex's Spino would never actually fight because they would be on 2 different continents?
I did know that. Yes. Yeah. And do you guys remember in Jurassic World, the first one with Chris Pratt, when the whole time the dinosaurs are CGI and there's that random ass scene with the puppet Apatosaurus that's dying and they like cradle the puppet? It's like the long neck dinosaur that got killed. And it's just the most out of place scene because you can tell that they just did it to be like, fine, fuckers, we did the puppet. Are you happy now? So I'd rather they just go full on CGI because obviously they don't have any interest in doing the puppets. And when they do, it looks bad and out of place because the rest of it is a green screen. So if we're just gonna go all in on the green screen and CGI, then I'd rather have this than just what I mean. I don't like those 3 Jurassic World. I actually never saw Fallen Kingdom. Somehow that one just skipped over me, and I don't think I'm missing anything. I could
You're
probably
not.
look up some highlights on YouTube. Dominion, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. What the hell are we doing with a locust plot line and we're trying to prevent plagues and that's the plot of that movie? It's awful. Garbage. This, not bad. Not bad.
I feel like our Jurassic Park bar just dropped. Like, Matt, are you going to see this in theaters?
I will see. I'll be
wow.
day 1 for
Listen,
Rebirth.
I love Mr. Bridgerton, but I ain't paying money to go see this.
I will be there day 1.
Wow.
One for everything.
JB, yeah, JB.
Well, JB's like, yeah,
I don't count.
I'm just
I don't
poor
count.
for movies.
Yeah.
I'm easy.
That's fantastic. All right. I'm sorry it made you sad. Go ahead, Tara. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so there were a couple of things that went through my mind when I was watching it. I was like, are there children that are going to be in mortal danger? And I waited, and I did see some kids' faces pop up. So I was like, oh, they're bringing that back.
Yeah.
It's got a great cast, but you know what? We almost out of time, and we got to watch Final Bloodline. So I'm just like, y'all.
Yeah, I just want to preface this by saying this is a JV special. I just play it, and then I'll talk about it.
All right. Just want to give a shout out to everybody who was there for the original Final Destination. You about to get triggered like a motherfucker. You about.
And you're old.
Oh, I don't even know if I can watch this trailer. Are y'all ready? Oh, fuck. Okay.
My old man just died. I come in as a favor, and now they want me to lock up.
Hey, 5-star review, yeah? Like and subscribe and all the things.
Oh, you know it's coming and I hate it.
Eric Samus.
This foreshadowing is A+. This is A+ right here.
Oh, no.
before they just crystal reaction.
I can't do it. Oh! Oh! We back, baby.
We back.
Listen,
God, sorry.
listen. May 16th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is going to be in the building.
Got a lot of movies to see in May.
Look,
I still don't drive behind log trucks. Don't play with me.
I don't either. I was just talking to my sisters about this. It's just like, don't drive behind a log truck.
In fact, I
Ever.
don't drive behind any. If you got something strapped to your roof, I don't trust your ass. I ain't driving behind you. I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit.
This
You'll never
is-
catch me in a
it may
fucking
be-
tanning bed either. Fuck that shit.
No, definitely no tanning beds.
Mm-mm.
No NASCAR races.
Nope.
Like there's just things that you can't do.
Right.
Man.
You just can't. You can't do it no more.
So this is my hot take, and I don't even think it's that hot of a take, because I just put this trailer in here because this franchise is I think one of the most consistent franchises of all time. You go back across every single movie, they just do what they do so well. And also, I know it's not exactly this, but to me it kind of is. These are great slasher movies with no slasher but death. They, to me, are slasher movies with Rune Goldberg machines of horrible, horrible deaths. And it's just so consistently good. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to have stars in it. It just works. Like, when I saw this trailer, I was like, give me this shit. Put it in my fucking veins. Because I don't know if his nose bone is going to get ripped off, if he's going to fall into the fire, if the fan is going to fall, something happens with the needles. That's movie, baby. That's cinema. Okay? You're talking to a person who, as all of you know, I'm a self-described cine-douche. I'm one of those people that watches those hoity-toity movies. Okay, one of my favorite movies is Network. Okay, that's an all-time great movie from the 70s. The best decade, in my opinion. But I don't care. I throw it all away for Final Destination. I give myself to the whims of death and the Rune Goldberg machine of death that is Final Destination, a perfect franchise. The MCU should be striving to be Final Destination.
Tara, did you grow up with Final Destination?
Yeah, I did. And it's hilarious because I was thinking that exact thing. I was like, they just made a movie with a Rube Goldberg machine, and it's just death is coming for you at the end. that's it.
And there's nothing you can do.
That's
nothing you
it.
can do. And you know the person's gonna die, but it's super, super suspenseful because you're like, how is this person gonna bite the bullet?
Right.
And they've sustained that since
Consistently.
2000 or something.
And what I love though is that because you never know what's going to happen, like you're just stuck, like, oh my God, what is it? And I was thinking before we started, I was like, I wonder how they set this up. I wonder if they have like a team, like, okay, you're the team that thinks about ways people can die. We're going to give you what the different settings are, like, and then you just look at whatever the objects are in the room, and you're just like, okay, that's going to be the thing that kills them. But how do we get there? And then they have like a team of writers who are like, yeah, just do whatever you want, and then we'll just figure out how to put it in the film. We'll make it work. And they do. Like, I feel like the government should have, you know how they had the DARE program? They should have had a Final Destination movie.
The Final Destination program?
Nobody would be doing drugs. Nobody. If they had a Final Destination film and they're like, okay,
And it was
I
about
dare you to
crack.
do it. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's
They're-
you know
they're kind of
they
about
they
crack.
they put no they put that in the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
so that's not the same thing.
Uh-oh.
But
Hey, we do have a Caucasian person here. We have two Caucasian people. You can't see one of them, but I'm just so you guys don't run. I'm just saying. But they put crack. They put crack in the hood. They put crack in the hood.
How was that?
White people? Shocking! Shocking!
Well, I
Crack
was
is crunchy.
alluding
Next, you're
to,
gonna tell me the CIA was involved.
I was alluding to, allegedly, the government, because you got to say allegedly, because I don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly, we said it.
yeah.
Government.
It's just so
I
creative.
got so distracted looking at a picture of dinosaurs. I had no idea what was said, so I was like, huh?
I know. All of a sudden, you just
Wow.
looked up and it was
Same
like crack, 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 crack.
Yeah.
I thought you were
I-
going to say you got so
I
distracted.
don't like horror movies that kill it. Like, I don't like horror movies where it just feels like torture porn, right? Like, I saw the first Saw and then I didn't need to ever see another Saw, and I've seen too many fucking Saws. Like, I'm not, like, whatever. I fucking love slasher movies, though. Like, Scream, inject that shit into my fucking veins. I fucking love Scream. One of my favorite slasher movies of all time. But there's just something about Final Destination that I will be seated for, even though I know everybody's gonna die at the end. Like, I like it when you're fighting something and you overcome, even if 95% of the cast dies. Like, I like it that there's a final girl, there's a final guy, there's somebody, right? Like, that's my type of horror. But this, team death, bro. If this happened to me, I'm not waiting for death.
I hope y'all die.
Listen, if this happens to me, I'm not waiting for death to kill me. Because everybody who does that dies in such a horrific fucking fashion. Like, I'll just eat a bullet and just be done with it. I'm not
You
letting
just turn around death and just just do this. Bro.
Right, like
Stop
I'm
having
not.
fun.
Can you get like people? Come on,
Guess what's going to happen?
you literally got to know in your nose. So you that horror, that panic, to then burn to death. Fuck that! Like
Guess what's
absolutely
going to
not.
happen, though? Like, you try to eat a bullet and the gun's going to jam.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Right.
It's
It
not
wouldn't
gonna
like
work.
that's just like death is a dick in these movies. Like death is so mad that it didn't go down the way death wanted. He's like, you're gonna die, but I'm gonna torture you first, so you feel it in your next life. Like that's horrible, man.
Well, that was our last trailer. I have to dip. This podcast does not have to end.
We got to get the fetus's thoughts. We know you got to run out, JV.
Have to leave. I just want to say thanks, guys, for Trailer Palooza. Love to talk to you guys. I will be back. Matthew will be back. Delvin, maybe, and Crystal,
gotta get Delvin on here.
and
I will drag
whoever
him.
wants to hang out to talk about Captain America. Just forewarning you, we're gonna go into full spoiler mode. Okay,
We'll probably do a little bit
So-
at the start without spoilers, but yeah,
we'll do a little bit at the start, but if you tune into the podcast next week, and you get spoiled, that's on you.
That's on you.
Fucking fucker. All right, I love you guys.
Maybe where can they
See you
find you
later.
online?
They can find me still on X. I'm still there, guys. I'm just going down with the ship at this point. JV the Monster. I think I have a Blue Sky as well. Also, JV the Monster. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. And eventually, hopefully, you'll be able to find this podcast probably on Blue Sky. We're not going to do Twitter. We're just not doing it. So.
That's it. All right.
Peace.
Bye, JV.
Bye, JV.
The
Love
screens
your
are gonna
face.
look completely fucked up if you're watching this on YouTube and Twitch. Just deal with it. All right, Matt. What do you think? What do you think about this shit?
All right. I have very little connection to Final Destination, so I don't have a ton to say. I've seen like the first two and didn't really. I don't know. I'm kind of where you are with Saw. Of like I've seen 2 of these. I kind of get the point. So I mean, this one looks fine. I mean, I was cringing the entire trailer, so that's a good sign for this. I'm a Saw boy. I'm like the opposite of you, Crystal. Like, pump 8 more Saw movies into my vein right now.
Really?
Like,
You prefer
I-
Saw over Final Destination?
I think the fact that I grew up on Saw, which is like Final Destination on crack, makes me not like Final Destination because it's just like diet Saw.
Wow, this fucking generation, I tell you. This fucking generation.
So yeah, Final Destination diet Saw. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, because Final Destination came before Saw, so Final Destination is the OG. If anything, Saw is Saw stands on the back of Final Destination. Okay.
You call it a copy, I call it an upgrade.
Oh my god! Death would beat that little clown's ass. Okay, in a fight, who's winning? Jigsaw or
with
Death?
Prep time. Jigsaw with prep time. is
Jigsaw
more
with
powerful
prep
than
time is
Batman.
not beating Death. It's not beating Death. Why is this even a conversation? This is not even a conversation. There's no way.
He already has a brain tumor, so he's good. He knows death is coming.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. He's not dying from a
He's
brain
taking
tumor.
everyone out with him. He's gonna teach lessons. He killed a guy for smoking cigarettes.
Right.
He's like, the lesson you need to learn is cigarettes are bad. So I'm gonna fucking torture you. That's Jigsaw.
No,
The
Jigsaw.
goat.
Jigsaw is basic. Jigsaw is basic. Jigsaw is just like, cut off your head, cut off your foot, pull your eye out, bleed to death or whatever. Did you just watch what happened? This was like a fucking domino effect of shit that just happened to this man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it was literally like a dink of a domino and it was like a fucking mousetrap.
I respect it. I mean, I respect the Final Destination kill in the same way I respect a good saw trap in that, like, you're about to watch something fucked up, but, like, you don't know how bad it's going to be until it actually happens. Like, that log truck scene just keeps going and getting worse and worse until, like, you think, how could any more people die in this scenario? And then more people die.
It's so true. That's
So I will probably. This is Tony Todd is gonna be in this movie, so I do want
is
to see
he?
that because it'll probably be his final performance. So
Oh wow, that's incredible.
yeah, so I'll see it for Tony Todd, and maybe I'll do a Final Destination marathon before
Wow.
this movie, and maybe I'll become a great Final Destination fan. I'm glad JV wasn't here for that because I wouldn't have the heart to tell him. My diet saw comment.
I'm
He
gonna
probably would've killed
I'm gonna
me.
snitch. I'm gonna clip this and put it in the Discord
sure you will.
and tag him.
Thanks.
I am truly curious, Matthew, what you will think of the film's Art of the Devil.
Art
I'm
of the Devil.
sure.
I've never even heard of this.
Babe, school him.
It's-
You're 2 years older than Matthew.
I don't have the most eloquent answer other than Saw is trash.
Oh wow.
All of it.
Wrong.
Saw
Oh,
is
I think
like-
we've talked about this movie before. This is
Yes, it's a
familiar.
Thai horror Saw on steroids. I don't fucking know. I had to watch it because I lost a bet because I was talking shit and then I got 8.
Womp, womp, womp.
But yeah, like because I've only seen, I think I've seen 2 Saws. And I don't even remember which ones they were, and I'm just like, this feels like if you want to put like torture on Pornhub, that's what Saw is.
I mean, torture porn. That's exactly what it is. I started because Saw franchise is very near and dear to my heart, and I was like, good to watch them with Kim. And
Aw.
we watched Saw 1. She barely made it through. Saw 2. She did not make it through. So that ended our Saw marathon. So, if anyone out there wants to watch Saw with me, hit me up. I'll do a Saw night. Any time of the day. Be a Saw day.
Also, I love this style of trailers where it just showcases the most unfortunate shit possible, and this is the theme of your movie. This is all you need.
It's hilarious.
Saw has Final Destination has always known what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and it never tried to be
It
anything
does.
else.
Right. And like it just tells you, because normally in a trailer you don't want to give too much away or whatever, but at this point they know that the people that know Final Destination already know what's going to happen, and so I don't think they're really thinking about oh, how can we bring new people in? Like the way they bring new people in is by just making another movie. They're like, we're just going to do what we're going to do. But they showcase every single thing. They're like, oh, he uses this. I'm assuming it's not gasoline. It's probably some kind of alcohol as he's sanitizing his workspace, but it says danger, like danger with little flames. Like they're like, oh, look at him, he's sanitizing it, and he sits the thing down, and they just cut directly to the label that says danger, so you know you know exactly what's going to happen. And then also they bring back the just matching the soundtrack. This is like somebody's going to die. It was like, I can't live without you. And you know, that has a story. It has a story. It pulls in the story because his dad had just recently passed, so he's upset about that. So he's like, I can't live without you. I love my dad, but then also it's like he can't live because he's about to be set on fire. So you know, I love that. And when I first started playing the trailer, I heard his voice first. I was like, that sounds like Murphy, because I just recently did the rewatch of the 100. And then I look up, I was like, oh my God, it's Murphy from the 100. Like, what is he about to get into? Because he was in a whole bunch of stuff in that show. He was in all kinds of mess. And now it's like, damn, you're about to die again. That sucks. So I'm really curious though, because it's called Bloodlines. It's, you know, so I'm really interested to see what the story is behind it. Like, is he what's the guy's name? Devin, like the actor that played the original guy in the first one. I forget his name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
I think it's like Devin Sawa. And so I'm curious if he's like his son or like his grandchild or something. And Death is just following this family around like, you thought you were going to get away, but guess who's back? You know, something like that. So,
all right, hang on. So the plot of this is, plagued by a violent recurring nightmare, a college student heads home to track down the one person who might be able to break the cycle of death and save her family from the grisly demise that inevitably awaits them all. I don't think she's gonna be able to solve this, guys. I don't think
interesting. So, you know, it's cool. Like I love these films where there's not like a whole bunch going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't need a million things going on in a film. I don't need a whole bunch of special effects or whatever, you know, like whatever. Just give me a good little film. It's a nice little watch. I will be terrified, and I'll be like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I won't be going to. And I was just thinking earlier too, like, oh, I want to get some more piercings and a tattoo. I was thinking about this earlier. Now I'm
Not
like,
anymore.
I want to get tattoos, but I don't want a piercing now. I didn't before, but now I really don't want one. And that's, I think, what I
want to get my ears done this year.
That's kind of what I love about Final Destination, is it made you afraid of just like really mundane shit. Like just random, like, I don't think anybody was afraid of tanning beds until Final Destination. And then like, my anxiety will never, I'll never get in
a freaking, and like the blinds for your window.
Oh yeah, fuck.
You know, you remember? Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
I might have to go back and watch them all now. Now I gotta go have a Final Destination marathon.
There we go. We gotta do
window. And then, you know, you probably start looking at a pencil on the table, like suspect, like, are you too close to the edge? Like,
you walk around, you realize everything in your house is fucking dangerous. It's like a whole, like, when you first bring home like a baby, you're like, God damn, I gotta fucking house proof the shit out of this. But then you're just trying to like, oh damn.
Goodness. Yeah. So, you know, good on them. Like that, it makes me so happy when you see creators that are able to just do the thing that they clearly enjoy doing. And people, you know, people love it too. So it's like, I think there's a message in that, is some people are like, well, you got to do this. No, like just do your thing. You'll find your niche. because
Correct.
we're talking about a film like the original Final Destination. I don't even know how long ago that was, and it's still like visceral.
Mm-hmm.
Visceral, where you
Mhm.
see a logging truck and you're like, I'm gonna change lanes. Like
Mhm.
that film, that's the power. That is the power of storytelling, because they fucked everybody.
They did. When did the first Final Destination come out? And then we'll rank all these trailers. And
I think
the first
2000, because there's no way they could do that plane scene post 9/11.
good point. Final Destination when? Yeah, 2000.
Boom.
Good call. Yeah, the first one.
25 years ago.
Yeah, it's like
Talk
every
about longevity.
It's great because I'm looking at it. So like every 3 to 4 years, they just make another one. Like 2000, 2003, 2006, 2009, 2011, and now
love it.
2025. Like every 3 to 4 years, they're like, we could fuck a whole
They
new
took a little
generation.
break.
Let's have a fucking new whole generation up. Let's go. That's it. All right.
They need some film to
Are
scar
we
them.
getting a Saw this year? Sorry, I got Saw on the brain now.
Now you got Saw on the
Saw
brain.
11.
God, I hope not.
It is coming out this year.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck, another one?
everyone's happy.
Nobody's killed that motherfucker. Hasn't
Oh.
died of his brain tumor yet.
The fact that he dies in the third movie.
Oh,
and
does
they're
he actually
at
die?
11, Yeah, he dies, and they have just been finding ways to. I think it's the most regretted choice in writing history is killing the main character on movie 3 and wanting to make 10 more.
How many people? You know what? I shouldn't ask. You know what? But I will give good on Saw and good on Final Destination for knowing what they are and not trying to be anything else. Looking at you, Halloween.
Stare very hard at Halloween.
Damn.
Shit.
I'm just looking at pictures of dinosaurs to comfort myself.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Rough dinosaurs.
We- I feel like we're gonna just for catharsis. I feel like we're gonna have to do an episode where we just talk about how brilliant the first Jurassic Park is to
I
make
was
Hannah
just
feel
thinking
better.
about
Yeah.
that. I was
I'm
about to
down.
put in there like JV and Matthew and whoever else wants to be here. We're just gonna go frame by frame talking about the excellence of
Yes,
random
I'm
Jurassic
down.
Park scenes. Because I'm over here
That'll be nice.
passively listening to the T-Rex escapes the paddock scene, and I'm just like, that's so beautiful.
Pure
Even, like-
cinema.
Even just like because I love sound design, even something as small as the paddock fence snapping and twining, I'm just like, oh, it's
Yes.
so good.
Right. Yeah.
You was scared.
Give me your sound effects.
You was scared.
I had Velociraptor nightmares as a kid. I'm
Oh no.
afraid to admit that. Scary movie.
Oh man, you're laughing at him. He's like, I was terrified as a child. You're like, ha 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 ha.
Like he's solidary. I understand.
That-
I understand. Dinosaurs
That
is scary.
kitchen scene? Are you kidding me? I mean, come
Oh,
on.
the pots and the pans.
Yeah.
Man, those kids.
Bruh.
They
I
was
love those
brave.
kids so much.
Those actors did an amazing job because
Especially
that little
after
girl-
getting like fucking traumatized because that fucking animatronic fell on
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Them because they kept the recording of the kids screaming. They were screaming because the fucking thing fell on them, so they just redid the scene because they're like, "Oh, what a great idea!" Because I think the original script it was just gonna start biting at the roof, but when the head fell off, they were like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
And it was. And it was.
It do be like that sometimes. That's it do.
That's funny, man.
It do be like that sometimes. That's kind of how it works in movie making. All
Every
right.
time I rewatch the scene, I just find something else I hadn't noticed. But yeah, let's go.
All right. Final rankings. Who wants to go first? Rank all these trailers now that you've seen them all.
Oh man.
I know.
Oh, it's tough. I'm gonna
I'll
go.
leave that to you all.
I'm gonna go Thunderbolts #1.
Okay.
Superman
Mhm.
#2.
Mhm.
The last three are kind of a toss up. I'll go Jurassic World 3, fight me. I'll go Fantastic Four 4 and no, I'll go Final Destination 4, Fantastic Four 5.
Okay. What about you, babe? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go Final Destination 1,
Mm-hmm.
Thunderbolts 2,
Mm-hmm.
Superman 3, Fantastic Four 4, and then at the bottom is Jurassic World.
Tara, you don't want to give a ranking?
It's really hard for me to choose because I can't think of one right now. So I will defer to you.
So if I rank these just by like a good trailer and not how I feel about the characters in the trailer, I will go, which is hard. I know it's hard. Final Destination 1. I will go. I think Thunderbolts and Superman are kind of tied because I think they're both very effective trailers at what they do. I think they kind of understand trailers and like how to get people excited about a movie. I think the scores are good, the shots are good. And then I kind of put Fantastic Four and Jurassic World at a tie as well, as far as trailers go. I think for people who are not Fantastic Four fans, that's a hard sell, and I think Jurassic World is just kind of too generic in random action movie shit. There's nothing that really stands out. It's a great cast, though. I will say, despite the fact that we don't need this fucking movie, fuck this movie, that's a good cast. that's a really good cast. That's unfortunate. Y'all should have said no.
God damn. But actually, since you just said based on whether or not it was a good trailer, so I can rank on that. So I would say Final Destination, that might just be that might just be nostalgia or trauma speaking like, yeah, this is the best one.
I think it's a good trailer though.
But,
like for all the like when you were talking about like the foreshadowing and the music, like that's just a good trailer.
Yeah. So that one, and then also Superman, Thunderbolts, and I would say Fantastic Four, and then Jurassic World. And I'm gonna sneak in, I really wish we'd have gotten a Blade movie. Mahershala. I'm still praying that comes to pass in some kind of way. And then also Scarlett gets to live out some Black Widow dreams, since her character was killed unceremoniously. And then when we said that we wanted a Black Widow film, they did not give us one. And then they gave us one after she died.
What up with that, Marvel?
I still feel some type of way about that.
That's a choice to do, yeah.
Yeah. But
10 years too late on that one.
Yeah.
You fucked that one up too, because everybody loved that character. You fucked that up. You fucked that up big.
Goodness. But yeah, so that would be my ranking just based on the trailers. But yeah, things look exciting. They look fun. And that's good. I think a lot of people will be excited to like have a lot of genuine fun in the theaters. So that'll be real good.
Which out of these trailers that we watched, and I know there's like a ton more, so we should do Trailer Palooza more, because there actually is a lot of good movies coming out this year. Well, I hope they're good movies. Is there any movie that anybody is particularly like excited to go see in theaters? Like it's gonna make you go pay these ridiculous theater prices and be around mouth breathers?
Just out of these ones?
Yeah, just out of these ones. Just out of these. Any of these trailers that you're like, I am so excited to be seated.
I'll be seated for all these probably except Final Destination. That's kind of a streamer for me, I'd say.
Okay.
I feel like, babe, this would be a great date night for Final Destination. Just be traumatized in the theater.
100%. 100%. 100%. I think I mean, I was gonna say I'm not gonna go see Superman, but now JV wants us to go, so I guess we gotta go see Superman with JV now because JV asked.
Yeah.
So now I gotta. So I guess I'm going to see all of these in the movie theater except Jurassic World. I'm not doing that. Nah, I'm not doing that. What about you, Tara?
I think, yeah, I think I'll probably see most of them in theaters as long as I get. 'Cause the other thing too, for anybody listening, it's really hard for me to go to the movies, to go to the cinema. You really have to do something for me to be like, yeah, I want to see that in theaters. The very last film that I said I saw the trailer one time and I was like, I need to see this in theaters, was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the trailer one time. I said, I need to see this.
Excellent choice, though. That was a good. You fucking won the lottery on that one.
So, you know, it's hard to get me to go to theaters just because, you know, the prices. Like, you get a popcorn, it's like $10 just for a small popcorn. It's like, what are you doing? But yeah, so I'll be excited to see Superman. I like to see superhero films like on the big screen. I think that does them justice because you get to really see the cinematography as it was meant to be seen. And the surround sound. I will also make sure I take my earplugs because sometimes the theaters will have the volume up way too loud. There's a such thing as a bit too loud. But yeah, Superman, I actually would be really interested to see Final Destination in theaters. I just think it would be fun. I think having that theater experience for that kind of film, it would be a lot of fun to have. Yeah, and Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. I think those would be cool. Jurassic, I just, I don't know if I want to go to the theaters to see it. So, yeah.
Hope they didn't spend too much money making that movie. I'm not.
It'll cross $1 billion. I'll put money on it.
You think so?
All the Jurassic Park movies do. They're huge in China.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, maybe
Yeah,
that was for the international audience. It wasn't for us.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with Matt on that. I think, like some films, it's like, are you serious? And then they're like, yeah, it actually does a lot of numbers. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're making that one just because every time they make it, they make $1 billion. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Jurassic World, I would maybe bet would make the most out of all these.
Really?
I'm not sure if Superman or Fantastic Four will cross $1 billion. I think they're like 800 million minimum. But I'm iffy on if they'll get to $1 billion. I don't know. I'll have to see if the hype builds. I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine just made all the money, so I could be wrong.
Well, it was going to. Like, it was like, that was a wrap.
Yeah.
Like, that was, you.
Yeah. But like we got people like Crystal that hate joy and whimsy, so those movies might flop.
I just hate that character. I just don't like the character. I just don't like the character. I don't like goody two shoeses, okay? I don't like them.
I mean, I think one thing about, you know, the money talk is the money doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to the studios, of course, and it matters to the people that need to get paid for the work that they're doing. Support humans. But as far as like making $1 billion or whatever, like to me it doesn't matter. Somebody can say, oh, are you gonna go see this movie because it made such a why are you telling me how much a movie made instead of telling me about the story to try to convince me to go see the film?
Right.
You know, like you can make all the money in the world, but if your movie sucks, your movie sucks. And it doesn't matter that you made all the money. That's not going to make people think that your movie is good. So yeah,
That's a
I
good
just
point.
hope that the story is good enough for people where they can actually enjoy it and then not be mad that they spent money, because that's the other trick they'll do. They're like, "Oh yeah, made all this money." It's like, but did you do some exit polling? How do people think about the film after they left? Or did they feel like they wasted their money?
Right.
So
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be like, I know it has to be a measurement because then we get more of that film or like whatever, but no, I think you're right.
yeah.
I definitely think you're right on that. Did anybody see the new Sinners trailer?
Mm-mm.
I didn't see the new trailer. I think I saw the teaser
Okay.
a while ago.
Okay, we might have to do another trailer palooza on that one. Awesome. Okay. All right. All right. So it looks like we'll be back at some point next week or the following week to talk about some Captain America. I think you guys are going to see it regardless of what Delvin says.
Yeah.
Is
I think I'll
Delvin
throw
like
it
if Delvin comes in this chat and he's like this shit was garbage, are you still going to see it?
Delvin has very different movie opinions than I do, so
That is true.
so I don't really care what Delvin says.
Wow.
At some point, at some point we
need
really
Delvin
do.
in here more often.
Absolutely, absolutely. Why is Delvin on every podcast but this one?
But
First of
ours,
all,
Text
yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Like,
text
Delvin.
him. Text him right now. But I feel like at some point we do have to do that hot seat, but it needs to be like multiple choice questions because I feel like we will get it all wrong trying to figure each other out. Like I genuinely do.
Oh, like we're quizzing about ourselves?
Right. Like multiple choice.
Oh
Out
my
of
God.
these, which one would Matthew like? And do like that
Okay.
type of thing because I think
Like a newlywed game.
right
type.
because I think we're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
gonna fail. Like I feel like
Yeah.
we you
That
know
would be so fun.
right? Do you know how well do you know your friends? I feel like we're all gonna fail these questions.
That's funny.
Based on I mean because we learned so much about JV just a couple of days ago, and I wouldn't have called any of that. I wouldn't have checked any of that on a multiple choice. No. All right, guys. Back next
Humans
week.
are weird.
Fucking Captain America. Go see it. Support humans. Everybody shout yourselves out. Tell people where to find you, and then we'll get the fuck up out of here.
Crystal, how about you start?
I'll start. I am Crystal. I am the co-founder of the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. You should listen to all of our audio dramas. Go to talesoftheforgotten.com. I also voice act, I voice direct, and I do podcasts. I want to do more podcasts. So coming up, me and Pixel, maybe sometimes JV, if anybody here wants to join us, we're going to talk about declassified CIA documents because that shit's fun. And the CIA have done some weird shit. And I don't know if you've ever read declassified CIA documents, but they are fucking wild. And we're just going to talk about those. And then I've been thinking a lot that I wanted to do more podcasting. So I'm going to get on the mic soon, probably like next month, and talk about why all the firstborn Gen X millennial daughters are not okay. And that will be my fun little podcast that I do. So look forward to that. Go to crystalsimagination.com to learn more about me. And somebody else go next.
Matthew.
Oh, Pixel, you go next. No, I called Pixel. I called her first.
I said your name first. You go.
She did. She did.
Dang. Pixel, if your mic was, or if your camera was on, I'd play rock, paper, scissors, but I'll take the L here. Yeah, you can find me on all the things. Just look up Mortalverse and you'll find my name somewhere there because we do superhero audio dramas. So if you like Superman, or if you don't like Superman but you like Crystal Storm, then we have something for you because we got Superman and we got Crystal Storm. So either way, you're gonna be happy. We got Titans Rise Part 4 coming out next week, so be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be huge. I'm trying something new. I'm working on some new scripts I think are really cool. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got. So I'm gonna pass it off to Tara.
Yeah. My name's Tara. You can catch me on a few of the Tales of the Forgotten audio dramas. You can also catch me on a few of the Mortalverse audio dramas. Hopefully you will catch me on some other things in the future. Still working on that. Yeah, that's where you can find me. I am an artist, but the stuff that I do is not currently online. So, but yeah, I do photography, I write and make music. I actually composed 2 songs for actually it's like 3. I don't know. There's
three.
songs.
There's songs.
In the show. There's songs that I've made that are used in some of the Tell shows, so you can find that. But specifically, 2 big songs I did were in Fairy Tale for Adults.
And if you like whimsical, happy shit, listen to Fairy Tale for Adults.
Oh, Crystal is pushing back against the anti-whimsy allegations.
That's right.
I mean, it's true.
She's got receipts. She
She
wrote
does.
that
I
shit.
wrote
She
that shit.
does.
4 fucking episodes, bitch.
But you can still say that somebody died in that show because she told me nobody died. She's like, oh, nobody died, and then somebody did die.
She couldn't resist.
Somebody did die, so you can get her on that. But as far as like whimsy and lightheartedness, you can't argue with that. But Pixel.
I am also a co-founder of Tales of Forgotten. I am a passionate Jurassic Park lover, as y'all heard. I sound design. I'm also language lover, up to my neck in studying 3 right now. You can find me on Blue Sky and Twitter, or if you're one of those people that calls it X, I'm also there until it dies. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Discord, I'm all kinds of places. Lucky's Pixel. Come find me and we'll talk about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You still looking at pictures?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I already know the second this call ends, the whole Discord feed is just going to be dinosaur gifs for the rest of the night. And I'm excited for it. I look forward to it.
I'm already planning the future episode of just gassing up Jurassic Park as hard as we
I'm there.
can.
I'm there.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, Matt, say the word and it will take us out.
All right, nerds, until next time, All right, nerds, until next time, get back in your lockers, because we are out of here. Listen up, nerds. Goodbye. What?